Hey guys, so I wanted to take a moment to go over page 30 in your interactive notebook, ratios and proportions. So ratios are going to be the comparison of two quantities. So something like the ratio of teachers or staff, like a teacher aide, to students. And that's something that school districts will put on their website. They will put that on their report card, the teacher to student ratio. A proportion is when you're going to take two ratios and set them equal to each other. So we have a ratio equal to a ratio. And that is going to involve an equation typically. So if proportion is equal, then the cross product will also be equal. And so if I've got two fractions and it says, are these fractions equal? A fraction is just another name for a ratio. I can cross multiply to see if they're equal. So let's check my cross product. So here, cross product means I'm going to multiply on one diagonal. So 5 times 14 is going to give me 70. And I want to know, is that equal to the other diagonal? 7 times 10, which is also 70. And so what that means is this proportion is equal. So the proportion is equal, which furthermore means 5 over 10 is the same thing, or is equal to, as 7 over 14. And so the way the practice could ask this is, are the two fractions equivalent? Well, I could simplify one fraction, simplify the other fraction, and see if they match. Or the quicker way is just to do the cross product. If the cross products are equal, then the fractions must be equal. And how we're going to apply this is going to be on the next page where we have proportions with one of the quantities is unknown. There's an X somewhere. Before we introduce that, though, we need this term percent. So percent literally means per 100. So I have per means of, and cent means 100. So the word percent literally means of 100. So 54% means 54 out of every 100. Another way that we could write this is 54 over 100. And then, of course, we could reduce that down. But that's going to be another definition of a percent. The number 54 over 100, because it means of 100. All right, I want you to take a second, pause the video, and do open your book to page 79. Do question 13 and 14. All right, so hopefully you have completed the problems, and here you can check them. So for number 13, we got that there were 18 women to 12 men. Order is very important with ratios. It said find the proportion or find the ratio of women to men. So you need to keep women on top of the fraction and men on the bottom of the fraction. So the numbers that correspond with women and men need to be placed appropriately. Because the order said women to men, I'm going to set my ratio up as women to, that's the divided by symbol, men. And then another way, here's the first time we're introducing this, another way that you can write a proportion is 3 over 2 or 3:2, or you could even write it as 3 to 2. So those are three different ways that we can write proportions. And then in number 14, we are actually cross multiplying because we know that they have to be equal because it tells me that they're equal. So where I don't know a number, I don't know the dosage, a milligram amount for the 80 kilogram patient, so I can cross multiply and find that X must be 120 milligrams, which corresponds with letter B.